Good day everyone, I am Jacques Falcabalia, and today's video we're gonna talk about the four primary components of refrigeration cycle. So first, let's talk about a refrigeration cycle. So in refrigeration cycle, there are two sides of this, the low side and the high side. The low side, the flows of the refrigerant is under the low pressure and low temperature condition. It is commonly from expansion valve going through the evaporator and then going to compressor. And then next is the other side, which is the high side. It is our refrigerant is from compressor going to condenser and going through the expansion valve. So now let's move on to the process of refrigeration cycle. So first, it is the compressor. So compressor promotes circulation of the refrigerant by pumping it around the system. So the purpose of the compressor is to draw the low pressure vapor from the evaporator via the suction line. Once draw, the vapor is compressed, and then when vapor is compressed, it rises in the temperature. Therefore, the compressor transforms the vapor from the low temperature vapor to high temperature vapor, in turn increasing pressure to supply this to the condenser. So that's it. Now let's go to the condenser.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. By the way, I'll be explaining about what is condenser is all about and how it does in a refrigeration cycle. Now, condenser is the refrigerant and is liquefied by being subcooled to the below saturation temperature, and relating to the compressor delivering pressure by circulating seawater or air for domestic refrigerators. Now, basically, condenser is the heat rejector. Its job is to reject the heat that it was absorbed, and yeah, that is what it does. But how is it do it? Now, guys, there are actually three things happening inside our condenser. First, the superheating phase. The second one is the condensing phase, and the subcooling phase is the last state. Now, in this phase, the change of state of our refrigerant happens from vapor to liquid inside our condenser. It will desuperheat by removing the sensible temperature approaching to our condensing temperature, and so this is where changing the state happens before it subcools.
What is the purpose of the expansion valve? The expansion valve relieves pressure on the liquid refrigerant in the evaporator, allowing it to expand or change the state from liquid to vapor. The hot liquid refrigerant entering the expansion valve is high pressured liquid refrigerant. Fill the liquid line at the connection to the expansion valve to confirm this. Improper operating conditions as well as pollutants inside the loop might cause the expansion valve to decay and malfunction because it operates at high pressure and it is temperature sensitive. The AC system will not cool adequately if the expansion valve is jammed, open, or clogged.
Hi guys, I am Christopher Liverhoff, and today I'll be discussing the evaporator. It is part of the four primary components of the refrigeration cycle. An evaporator is used to turn any liquid material into gas. So in this process, heat is absorbed. The evaporator transfers heat from the refrigerated space into a heat pump through a liquid refrigerant, which boils in the evaporator at a low pressure. In achieving heat transfer, the liquid refrigerant should be lower than the goods being cooled. After the transfer, liquid refrigerant is drawn by the compressor from the evaporator through a suction line. Liquid refrigerant will be in vapor form upon leaving the evaporator coil. So that will be all. Thank you.